Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and one aspect many are affected by in Central Texas is soldier suicide.
It's estimated that by 2030, total veteran suicides will be 23 times higher than the number of post 9/11 combat deaths reported by the organization Stop Soldier Suicide. Fox 44's Allison Fox O'Connor joins us in the studio after speaking with leaders on Fort Hood, how they help soldiers with these thoughts and how they train leaders for action in critical situations. Allison.
Well, MG, it begins with prevention training, but leaders also have skills in intervention and aftercare if it's needed for the families of a lost soldier. They say the training has come a long way over the years.
If we create leaders that are well trusted, then people will bring them their problems.
That's what Army Chaplain Major Matthew Weathers said in response to asking how Fort Hood trains its leaders to help with soldier suicide. Soldier suicide is a tragedy striking many Army installations. Most have training every soldier and leader must complete to learn about the signs and how to intervene.
ACSI, which is Ask Care Escort Suicide Intervention. And that is a that's an 8-hour class that is given to people in positions of trust and leaders. And it teaches the precursors and risk factors of potential for suicide, but not just suicide. It focuses mainly on suicide, but also at-risk behaviors.
Sergeant First Class John Reeves went through the process of healing himself and says the help begins through that first conversation of a soldier and their first level of leadership.
Specifically ask, are you having thoughts of suicide? And when they ask that question, the only thing that there is left to do if the soldier says yes is to escort them either to some kind of higher echelon of care, whether it be the emergency room, the chaplain, or embedded behavioral health.
Weathers says when it comes to learning more about a leader's soldiers, the Army has multiple resources and outlets to do bonding activities or group-style exercises that can work as a type of therapy to help soldiers open up if they're having difficulties.
If we can continually get soldiers celebrating life together and enjoying life together and feeling like they have a connection just beyond being people that they go to work together, it makes a huge difference as a protective factor.
The Army also offers what it calls postvention for after a suicide to the family members and soldiers that had relationships with the fallen trooper.
In 24 hours, they'll be assigned a casualty assistance officer who will be their liaison with the military for all things regarding the soldiers' entitlements. And that liaison officer is their full-time job, is taking care of that family until the family doesn't need them anymore.
After that, the leaders of the unit gather the soldiers to announce the death, and at that time, chaplains and faith counselors will be on standby for anyone needing the resources. The last piece is every 1st Cavalry soldier, regardless of how they died, will have a memorial ceremony to honor them and the legacy they leave behind.
Both leaders say that although suicide is hard to talk about, it needs to be discussed so soldiers who are in that place know they have help moving forward. In the studio, I'm Allison Fox O'Connor, Fox 44 News.